Let's make sure we are here before I go any further. That's the kind of guy that I am. Looks like we're here, there. We're here, there. I'm going to hit this. And hitting that. All right, so everybody, of course my phone is being a pain in the rear end. Welcome. Of course, my name is Enigma, and I'm adjusting my laptop so we camera. Come on, computer. Come on, cell phone. What do you think you're doing there, cell phone? You're really messing me up. Why are you doing that to me today? Swear to God. There it is. Got it. Okay. So, everybody, good morning. My name, of course, is Enigma. And I am a small streamer here. We're going to play some Wonderlands today. Now, I have come to the conclusion on a couple of things. First of all, whether I like it or not, they have nerfed my liquid cooling into oblivion. It's not horrible. Thank you, Joshua. Oh, you have a website. Way to go, buddy. I don't have a website. Thanks, man. I mean, I guess I do have a website, technically, if I have a Twitch page. But I don't. I don't have a real website. Video production. Oh, cool, dude. I have to keep that in mind. Because, I'm thinking of doing original stuff on YouTube at some point for video editing, doing video editing for that, my YouTube thing, but we shall see. Anyway, guys, they've nerfed my liquid cooling, so I understand it's not horrible, but it's not great either. That they really did nerf it. It'd be video game stuff. Video games are my passion and my hobby and everything else, so it would be that. So we're going to test out a couple of new weapons. I have heard through the grapevine that the Gluttony is really good. Hey, James. Welcome back in, buddy. I've been doing all right. I hope the busyness has been good busy. Well, thanks, Joshua. Video games are my thing. I know a lot about the business. I know a lot about the industry, and I think it would be, maybe someday I'll do some of that stuff on my YouTube page. So the Gluttony here is first of all, it's a Full Metal Alchemist reference. Equivalent Exchange obviously is from Full Metal Alchemist, the anime, if you've ever seen it. That's the theme of the whole show. You can't get something without giving up something of equal value in return. And Gluttony, of course, while it is one of the 7 deadly sins, all the bad guys in the show, the Homunculi, are named after the 7 deadly sins. Gluttony is probably the second most recognizable. Everybody loves lust. Everybody loves lust, man. So, but Gluttony is right there as well. We're going to test this out because I've understood this has received a buff, and this is actually probably the best TDR pistol in the entire game. We will see. I don't know. Second one I want to try out is the Perceiver. I've heard the Perceiver is actually really good too. It goes between, it is one of those burst fire guns though, and I'm not a huge fan of the semi-automatics, but if I can do some damage with it, I will definitely take advantage of that. We will see how that turns out. But we're going to test them out today in our, do some Chaos Chamber runs. I really want to play the new Star Wars game. It looks really good. Grim! Oh my gosh, a Grim appearance. How are you doing, Grim? I hope you are just doing absolutely amazing. And there's Lucky. Good morning, Lucky. Remember an echo when you use your A50s? Not that I'm aware of. Do I sound good now? I've never, to the best of my knowledge, I've never had an echo. If I did, no one's told me. If I have an echo now, then that's something I need to fix. No. Okay, that is a lot better. That is not bad. My side buttons on the headset. There are a couple of side buttons. I don't ever use them though. I just set it up to where it's nice. There's the volume control over here. Hi, Amanda. Clipped it. Yes, whenever I see Grim, it's a good thing. Alright. Guys, this pistol is not bad. I want to check it out with bossing, but... You have echo in yours. Let me ask you, Grim, do you have a PS4 or PS5? Grim has got some great emotes. People use them all the time. You have a PS4. Okay, so you don't need the thing. Because I had to buy a special thing for mine. Yeah, I don't... I would Google that. Or see if Funky can help you out. Yeah, you don't need the... I needed the adapter because I play on PS5. Funky knows a lot about this stuff. He's of no help. Funky's of no help. Okay. I thought you bought the A40s. I like a lot of the Lego games because they're just fun. They're not difficult. They're not about skill. They're just about having fun. That's what I like about them. Google's of no help. Okay. Yeah, you know, when I was having my sound problems, Google was really not help either. And I still had to fix it on my own. I had to come up with my own fix. Yeah, I thought you bought the A40s, so you bought the A50s instead. Golly. What could be the problem? I know that mine was, I have an A40s as well. I use those when I do Switch, but I hook those directly up to my TV when I stream Switch. And since the microphone goes directly to the thing. Yeah, Funky knows a lot about that stuff. Ophi says he did a lot of research on headsets and microphones and stuff, so that might be the way to go. I wish I could tell you more. Even the well, he told me my mic was bad too. I have the A50s, and he said my mic was bad. I needed a new one. And I have this one, and it's not that great either, but... This is a little clip-on microphone that I put on my headset here. Is it? Oh, that's good. Not bad for 15 bucks. Okay, this perceiver. The perceiver's not that good. The Gluttony is definitely a better pistol at this point. So the important thing is, Grim, is how are you feeling? I heard you say that you're doing worse now than you were before your break. Why is that? But are you not sleeping enough, or what is it? Do I have to yell at you to sleep like I do Bear? Oh, they killed Butt Stallion. Oh well. This is more of an experimental run anyway. 'Cause I'm testing weapons. Hey, Charizard. Thanks for coming in. You are more than welcome to lurk here anytime you want. It's nice to see you. Nice to see that I'm somebody's Twitter crush. We're going to pick that up. And then hit that. Okay. Now we can either go Dragon Lord or Butt Stallion. I'm probably going to go Butt Stallion in this case. I said this is more of an experimental run. I just wanted to see how this gun performs. Well, I'm honored nonetheless. They always say, you know, you never know who thinks you're the best streamer, who you're someone's favorite streamer. So to hear things like that it's still funny to me. Melee is interesting in this game. It's if you're using a melee build, I'm sure it probably is. The only melee I do is with my hammer, throwing it like this. But if I was using a Stabomancer Clawbringer build, probably. But I'm trying to see what I can do with companion damage with this build. But to be honest, if they continue to nerf Clawbringer the way that they have, I mean they nerfed Clawbringer twice this past week. I might switch up the Graveborn subclass and go Stabomancer and then make a melee build out of it. We'll see. Because I've seen people do some really nasty stuff with Stabomancer Clawbringer build. Because apparently the Clawbringer has the most powerful attack ability skill in the game so far. I've never been a big fan of melee and first-person shooters, though. I've always wanted to just rely on gunfire. Even my Amara in Borderlands 3 was all gun damage and action skill damage. Her ties to bind and everything. Yeah, Lucky, but you don't like melee in this game. Of course, you're also made a spell shot, so go figure. Oh gosh, I'm in a lot of trouble. Oh no, okay. I think we're okay though. So anyway, guys, the gimmick to the gluttony here is, it shoots a black hole when you throw it. This is a Tediore weapon. And good deal. And when you Tediores, once you reload them, you throw the weapon out. I'm sure anyone who plays Borderlands knows that. But this weapon, when you reload it, if you throw it, and it makes that like black hole that sucks things in and does black magic or dark magic damage. So that's the gimmick to it. But apparently it got a little bit of a buff. And I've seen, I was looking on YouTube this morning, and a lot of people seem to be really upset at Gearbox nerfing the pistols and the Clawbringer like they have. I don't know yet. I'll let you know on Thursday when the new stuff comes out. It's today with the way Gearbox is going. I could say I want a pistol right now, and then Thursday they could nerf that pistol or that shotgun or something. They're not taking a scalpel to things right now. They're taking a hammer. Hey, Young Ocean, welcome in. Good to see you, buddy. Something tells me they nerfed the Clawbringer because the new character class they're going to have is going to work with Clawbringer. I'm just guessing. I don't know that to be true. But something tells me that there's something that we don't know about this new character class that's supposed to be coming on Thursday, that they tested it with Clawbringer and they realized, hey, wait a minute, this could really be a problem. Just a guess. I don't know. Oh, it's always a pleasure to see you, Mr. Young Ocean. Thank you so much. Where are we? But this is the gluttony, so if they're going to leave pistols alone for a little while, and this performs well on bosses, I will probably end up trying to get a volatile version of this. Oh, that hurt. I'm not a huge Battlefield guy, but I've heard the new one is suspect. Like, there's a lot of people who don't like it. But I think that when a new game comes out, you always hear the negative from the fan base before you hear the positive, because those are usually the loudest voices. Usually. Und to my experience. Because when Borderlands 3 came out, all I read online was how people didn't like Borderlands 3, and people still played it, so go figure. Yeah, I've heard 2042 is pretty bad, but I wasn't sure if that's just the vocal fans at first or what. Oh, sacred ground. I think the only bad thing about this gluttony pistol is that it's not going to do anything against those wyverns. But honestly, if you think about it, the people that are the most passionate about a game are, if they're upset about something, you're going to hear from them first. It makes complete sense because they're very passionate about a game or a movie or a book or whatever it is. It makes complete sense to me. Come on, kill it. There we go. One more kill in sacred ground and I should be able to move. we go. All done there. No problem whatsoever. We just took them all out and everything's all peachy keen now. Well, you know, the funny thing is that I can remember back when I worked at the Evil Empire, Battlefield was the little engine that could. Call of Duty was the game, and nothing was getting close to Call of Duty, and everybody was touting, I would rather play Battlefield because of this, that, or the other. And EA has taken Battlefield with a good developer and turned it into a microtransaction mess because God forbid they can't leave something alone. You know what I mean? You know, it's not about how much money you've made, it's about how much money you can make. That's just how business is. And they've basically screwed the pooch is what they've done. It's been a crap venture for them. And now Call of Duty is sucking up too. It's not it's a shell of what it used to be. And it has and when you think about it, it has everything to do with them focusing on multiplayer and not focusing on making a good game. If they just focused on doing a standard game with a campaign mode and a robust multiplayer and release multiplayer maps every year, they would still be selling a gajillion copies a year and everyone would be happy. Just like Madden. You know, Madden is... Say what you want to about John Madden football, but it sells well. And people complain, but it still sells really well. And whenever the new one comes out, the old one goes away. That's like Final Fantasy 14. NFL player. Yeah, I never played in the NFL. No one wants to see that. No one wants to see me squeezing into those tight pants and trying to go out there and tackle guys that weigh twice what I do. And I'm not a small man. But I am not NFL size. Alright, we're going to see how this weapon does against bosses. Here we go. Who's our boss this time? It's going to be Death Knight, or Nightmare. It's going to be Nightmare. The knight with Butt Stallion's head on it. That's not too bad. Okay. Alright guys, this is not a bad weapon. It's not the same. It's not, obviously we're not doing the damage we did when the in the heyday of the liquid cooling last week, but well, good for you. I need to kill something. There it is. You're going to be in for a shock when they nerf the Fear Not, because it's coming. There it comes. Yeah, it's I have a feeling that we're gonna see a lot of balances coming pretty soon. There's something coming down in the pipe that they're not telling us about, and that's why everything's getting nerfed. There's gonna be some new weapons. There's gonna be some new stuff. And when we get there, there's going to be a lot of new weapons, and there's going to be some new character classes and stuff. It's going to be crazy. Oh, come on. That sucked. There you go. Alright, that's... You are a horse's rear end. Technically, she's a horse's head, but still. Yeah, they're not gonna nerf the damage. They're gonna nerf the pixies. I can already see the balance. They're gonna say the pixies were not working as intended. This is not good. Yeah, they're gonna nerf the pixies. I guarantee they're gonna nerf the pixies. You can say what you want. It's coming. This is not going well for me. Okay. I am going down really quick, and now I have nothing left to kill. I've heard of Trovo. I haven't seen much on it. And it is enjoyable. The game is enjoyable. I don't like the fact that they are nerfing everything into that they nerfed everything into oblivion. That bothers me. You know, if I spend a whole ton of time farming liquid cooling, I don't like the fact that they just go, well, now the liquid cooling isn't that good. Sorry. So the dark magic works well on the armor. The yellow bar is armored. But on the gray bar, it's not that good. Oh, get out of the way. I have a PS5. I didn't get Battlefield for it, though. No, get out of the way. There's nothing here for me to kill. There's nothing there for me to kill, so I died. That's just how it works. And if the dog's tail hits the cord, it will unplug everything.
I'm sorry. He wants to play.
I know he does. Let's try the liquid cooling here, just because I want to see how this works. They did nerf it. Boy, oh boy. They really did nerf that. That is... Woo! Yeah, the Gluttony is definitely a better pistol to use on the armor. The games I'm looking most forward to are going to be like the Ninja Turtles Cowabunga collection. I really want to play that. There's not a lot coming out that's new that I'm really interested in right now. I mean, Suicide Squad, when that comes out, I want to play that. The problem with gaming right now is we're relying... You're kidding me. Give me something to kill. The problem I'm having with gaming right now is everything is a reboot or a remake of something, and they're screwing a lot of stuff up. So, you know, I was excited when I saw they were doing a KOTOR remake, and then I saw I realized, hey, wait a minute, they're gonna make it suck. Okay, so now let's take the liquid cooling on the gray bar. Because I think the gray bars are supposed to be weak against frost, right? You are a jerk face. That is not doing anything. Like nothing. It would be really hard for me to go to a new streaming platform right now because I worked hard to become a Twitch affiliate, so it kind of ticks me off to see people make it in a week to a Twitch affiliation, and it took me 10.5 months to do it. But hey, I wasn't networking then. Thank you, Young Ocean. I'm glad I did too. It took me a while to do it. I was trying to do things the old-fashioned way, and oh, you are a jerk. Yeah. It's... Without having a gun that's doing damage, I am in a lot of problems here. Hey, welcome in. Good afternoon. And I'm supposed to do Kermit now. What would you like to know, Joshua? Please, ask anything you'd like. If... Maybe? I don't know. I worked hard to be a Twitch affiliate, and I don't think I would... to be fair, I don't think I would make any money off of it. I don't mean that to sound rude to them or anything, but at least here I have the opportunity for someone to hit the sub button or something. But maybe if I became big enough where I was in demand and they wanted me, possibly. Never say never. Oh gosh, stop hitting me. And now I'm supposed to do this, and I gotta try to figure out how I'm gonna kill this guy, because he's really hurting me. Good lord. Stop spinning and let me hit you with my gun. Oh god. And I'm I gotta try to figure out how I'm gonna kill this guy, because if I die one more time, it's gonna kick me out. It's probably gonna happen anyway, because I'm just getting completely whipped here. And I don't have any guns that are doing any damage on him. Let's try this. Take my shotgun. Oh, come on. See, how am I supposed to do anything against that? That was really horrible. I have no bossing weapons. That's the problem. I have no bossing weapons at all. When they took the liquid cooling away from me, they basically made it where the I can't do much. Put that away in that way. I can't do much to bosses. That's the problem, is they did that to me, and oh gosh, I don't know. Which tells me they're gonna have to do something. Let's try. I do think I have an imp. Let's see how the imp works, because we're testing weapons. I'm all right with my SMG. The White Rider's actually pretty good, so. It's a sniper. I'm not trying to do snipers right now. I don't like sniper rifles. And I want the chaotic versions because they're going to be better. Throwable hole, the virtuoso. It's a throwable hole of the virtuoso. The sword explosion. My shotgun's pretty good too. Red Hellion. Yeah, I'm gonna do that too. I'm sure I'm gonna get rid of a lot of these legendaries that aren't. There's a rogue imp. I want a rogue imp to use, but I need. It has to be a. Chaotic. Okay, so I don't have a chaotic rogue imp. Because these are all. Where's gun damage? Yeah, none of this stuff is helping me. Okay, I don't have I don't have a rogue imp to use. What I did yesterday was I was out at the I was looking for armor, and that is in Tangle Drift. I think I'm just going to have to re-roll this character. That's just all there is to it. I don't, as much as I like the companion build, it just doesn't seem like to me that's what they want me to do. And unfortunately, that's if you can't get it to work, they take it from you, and when they double nerfed me last week when they did the liquid cooling, and then they also took my awe skill, which is this skill right here. I only have 2 points in it, but after dealing fire damage, the Fate Maker gains increased critical hit damage for a short duration. They nerfed that down, so now it's actually much less effective than it was prior. So I don't know what the hard-on is they have against Clawbringers right now, but I have a feeling it's got something to do with the next character class. I don't know what their plan is, so I'm guessing they'll something tells me that Thursday is going to be a big reveal. That there's going to be something that they do on Thursday. There's Happy Cup. Thanks for coming in, buddy. Always glad that when you're here. There's something's going to happen on Thursday where we're going to go, oh, that's why they did that. But as it currently stands, I don't like the fact that they've basically taken. I cannot use this character right now as is. In fact, I have an idea. I have a devilishly. I can still do a companion build, an actual real companion build, but not as this character class, not as the Graveborn secondary character class. Spore Wardens also have a secondary character. So let's see, and they also have. I think they have a gun damage skill. So let's play around for a second. As much as I love Graveborn, and I really do, and I'm looking forward to playing as a primary Graveborn class, I really want to see what, let's see, reroll, randomize, reset skills. Respect both. Yes. Okay. So now, let's go into our skills here. And my secondary class, I'm going to take a Spore Warden, okay? That's true too, is that there is that. I'm going to take that. Now gun damage I definitely want, even though I understand that's broken right now. Elemental damage, definitely want that. Blast Helmet's favor, killing an enemy, wyvern commands, fire orb that seeks out, okay. I think that's gun, no, where's gun damage? Let's see, wyvern companion is lightning breath, wyvern fire damage. Now, I'm not going to take that. I'm going to wait on awe. Oh, gosh, I messed that up. I messed that up. We need to do that again. Okay. So, first of all, I want gun damage. I definitely want gun damage here. Oh, that's fire damage. Bonus fire. Okay. That. Okay, now for Spore Warden over here, ability damage is increased. Spore Cloud, poison damage. Critical hit damage or chance, critical hit chance. That's the same thing. Spore Cloud. Let's blow one in that. Magazine size. Definitely want that. Companion health. Action skill cooldown rate. I have 3 more points. Gun damage. Companion damage. Critical hits gain increased companion for short. Okay. All right, so now I have that. Let's try this, and now we can go hero stats. I kind of want to do this. For chance and damage. I just want critical hit chance, critical hit damage. And then we'll do skill cooldown rate for the rest of it. All right. For our next trick, we're going to look at our armor. Because I have Clawbringer armor. Actually, let me just look at what I have here in my inventory. Because I think that is gun damage. That is Graveborn and Clawbringer. So Graveborn, that is completely useless to me now. Because that armor is Graveborn and Clawbringer, but it's weaker on Clawbringer, so I need to look at that. And then luckily that's Clawbringer, so I'll keep that. But armor, I need to look at what I have for armor. That's Clawbringer. I don't need those. I need armor. Okay, so Clawbringer, Berserker, Spell Shot, Sabomancer, Clawbringer, Berserker, Graveborn, Clawbringer, Sabomancer, Clawbringer. These are all Clawbringers, but no Spore Warden. Sabomancer, Spell Shot, Clawbringer, Sabomancer. Berserker, Spell Shot, Clawbringer, Graveborn. Spore Warden, Graveborn. Once again, this is all the wrong stuff. Clawbringer, Graveborn. Okay. Clawbringer, Graveborn. Now I'm using Clawbringer's Spore Warden now. That's what I'm using now. Okay, what is this? Ability and spell damage are increased by 50%. Increased. That's crap. Clawbringer. That is not what I want. Maximum health though, and damage goes up though. Let's take that out for now. Spell Shot, Graveborn. Have one on the top row. Sabomancer, Spell Shot. Sabomancer. Page 11. This is Clawbringer, Graveborn. Clawbringer, Spell Shot. Spore Warden, Graveborn. Sabomancer. No, I don't have one. Clawbringer, Berserker. Sabomancer, Spell Shot. That's a little better, maybe. All companion damage is converted into lightning damage. Now that is what I want. That's probably going to be better, and I want a better version of that because, as you can see, I've been actually hunting for one of these, but that's Spore Warden and Clawbringer. It's not going to be a huge bump because it's only level 28, so I'm not going to use it. This is what I'll have to use. But that's what I want is a claw, and I know where you can get them. Alright. Which is where we just were. That's alright. So this is... We have Mushroom Companion and we have a Wyvern. So we're going to try this again. We have ability damage going through the roof. It's not going to do a lot against these Wyverns because they fly around. But that's okay. That's okay. We're going to figure this out and we're going to have a good build. But this is a companion, damn it. This is a companion build because there's two. I have two companions, so and they should have some good stuff here. Let's see. And actually, with against these wyverns, I can actually use this and see how that goes.
Hey, there's my little beast of burning.
Instead of throwing the hammer, I can shoot the arrows. Like that. And that did nothing. In fact, it didn't do anything, so let's get that back on there. But the guy in the obelisk over there, the obsidian wyvern drops the claw, if I read correctly. Now, I farmed him for well over an hour yesterday, and he didn't drop one. So I don't know what he's going to have in store for us now. Well, that didn't work out, did it? Luckily, the Spore Warden... Did my little guy go away? Okay, got you. Well, that didn't work out. Hammer and Anvil of Growth. I also want to look at wards, quite honestly. I've not done anything with wards, really. I've just been kind of using what I've been given. And I know there's got to be wards that are shields that are better than what I'm using. Especially considering I have no idea what this shield I have does. Increases gun damage to apply to barrage. Fate Maker summons an ethereal bow, firing 7 arrows that deal ability damage on impact. Arrows ricochet. Doesn't say anything about debuffing. That's okay though. Could be something I gotta get used to. We're just gonna take on all these guys here. Alright. Of course, I might have to... I understand that there's a melee build with Stabomancer and Clawbringer that's really good. So I don't want to have to do that. I would much rather do Berserker Stabomancer. I think that would be pretty insane, but... But what do I know? I just work here. What do I know? I don't know a lot about anything.
Your scales are positively glowing.
Yeah, glowing. Okay. Now we will see what happens when I do Sean Connery while we fight dragons. And I will say I am the last one. That's from the dragon movie. He was the voice of a dragon in a movie whose name escapes me right now. What? Shoot the dragons. Yes. Take them down. Yes. We're shooting the dragons. I hope we get the claw. I would really like the claw. Yes, down I go. This gun does not do well against the wyverns. Why is it all my best guns do not do damage against wyverns? Because of their special effect. You're a jerk. To be fair, though, this gun's bullets are doing good. They're doing a good job. Yes. Take them down. Got it. He didn't drop a dang thing.
I feel magical.
I still don't think I'm going to be able to do damage on bosses, though. Not with this build.
This is a bloody detailed map now that I look at it. How the else do they chart all
Because there's not a huge increase in my gun damage like I kind of hoped. I understand that the Clawbringer gun buff is not actually a gun buff. It's a bullet buff, so they need to fix that. And it says I'm getting... how did the guy put it that I saw? He said that this skill... gun damage. That it doesn't really buff gun damage, that it buffs the bullet damage, and that's a problem with that skill. And what am I getting bonuses to here, now that I think about it? Companion health is going up, that sucks. And then my gun critical hit is going up. Okay, that's why I'm doing less damage, is because I don't have the right armor. I think they're gonna have to do something about that. Gearbox, if you guys remember with Borderlands 3, decided they did this content when Borderlands 3 first came out, and it was the Maliwan takedown, and it was a raid. They were very clear they wanted it to be raid, and it was very difficult, and very few people could run it by themselves. And then Gearbox realized about 2 or 3 months into having it that no one was running it because no one could run it. It was very rare that people were running it because they couldn't complete it. So they ended up putting a single player mode on it because I know they found out most players don't like to play with other people. They would play by themselves. I don't mind playing with other people, but I prefer to be able to do things myself. And that way I'm not beholden to waiting for somebody to come on to get specific content done. If I was into that kind of gaming, I'd play World of Warcraft. But that is what they were. that's what they did. They had to find a way to kind of ease the difficulty of that content. I have a feeling they're trying to nudge people into playing with other people with their nerfs right now. I don't honestly believe that I think they're trying to say, we want you to play with other people, and they're going to find out here in the next month or so that, again, most people don't want to be beholden to play multiplayer. They want to be able to play the game on their own. And if that's the case, they're going to have, there's going to be issues, as they would say. And if they're gonna, if they're gonna have to do something as far as balancing the game so people can play it and have fun with it. And if I can't run, I need them to explain to me why I can't run Chaos Chamber after they nerfed all my gun. They nerfed my gun and my character. And they'll probably say, well, find someone to play with to help you out. And that's not what I want to do, and that's not how it needs to be done. They need multiplayer in a game like this should be a bonus. It shouldn't be a necessity. And, you know, there's a reason that people are playing this besides World of Warcraft, and it's a lot of different reasons. But if I don't want to be beholden to play multiplayer with people if I don't want to. And I have a feeling that's what they're trying to do here, is kind of nudge people into playing multiplayer. Did I kill that thing? I guess so. What was dropped here? Probably nothing of value. It doesn't look like it's a Buffmeister of Agony. That's fire, right? No, it's dark magic. But it's not as good as the one I have, because the one I have is a chaotic. So the cooldown's a lot faster. For those who are uninitiated into the land of the Wonderlands thing, if you remember, Borderlands had the Mayhem mode, and there were basically 11 different versions of every weapon. If you had the same weapon on Mayhem on the base game, Mayhem Mode 1's same version of that weapon was just a little bit better. The Mayhem 2 version was better than that. Mayhem 3 version was better than that, all the way up to Mayhem 10. They did not do that with this game. Oh my gosh, dude, go lay down. I know it's late there. Please sleep. Thank you for being here. Always appreciate you being here, Joshua. You take care of yourself, buddy. I'm always around for you, my friend. We're good friends. Yeah. You gotta take care of your back. Take care of yourself. But in this game, they did it differently. There's only 3 versions of every weapon. And that is the base game, then they did chaotic and volatile. Now, I understand they're going to add more rarities to the legendaries as early as Thursday when they do the first DLC. I'm going to keep that just because it's a Buffmeister and I might need it for another character at some point. But that's... And they're doing it in 20% buffs. So your chaotic version of... That's not even... I just realized that the Rain of Arrows is actually not chaotic. Don't I have a chaotic version?
It is you and me against the world, little one.
No, I don't. Okay. I guess not. But anyway, it's the chaotic version is 20% better than the base game, and then the volatile version is 20% better than chaotic. But the drop rates are, for lack of a better term right now, the drizzling craps. I mean, they're horrible. They're absolutely horrible. And I don't think loot luck... I think loot luck is broken. I do. I don't think it's real. I don't think it does anything. Because if we take a look at my loot luck here, at 35,281, I should be really getting good drops based off of this. And in chaos mode, we take a look, 28.17% chance of getting chaotic gear and a 1.4% chance of oh, I'm glad you thank you, Adrian. Good, welcome in. There's a 1.4% chance of me getting volatile gear. Basically, that means that if you what I'm hunting is a legendary piece of armor. If that piece of armor has a, let's just say, 5% chance to drop from the boss, of that 5%, 28% of the time it's going to drop chaotically, and 1.41% it's going to drop volatile. I've only had 2 volatile legendaries drop in my time of being at chaos level 20, and they were both crappy spells. So getting volatile drops is exceedingly difficult, but even getting chaotic has been difficult as well. So that is where we kind of are with this game, and I'm a little frustrated with it. I like playing it, I really do, but if it's going to get to the point where they're going to nerf everything because it's doing well, I think Thursday there's going to be something that something's going to drop on Thursday with the new DLC that we didn't see coming. There has to be a reason they nerfed Clawbringer, because Clawbringer is the weakest class in the whole game, according to a lot of people. Meanwhile, a lot of folks consider Spellshot to be the strongest class in the game, and they're not doing anything to Spellshot. And I think that is why they're picking on the handicapped right now. I don't know, but they're doing it. So we'll see what happens on Thursday. I have a feeling if there's that 7th character class that they're going to do, something tells me it's going to pair really well with Clawbringer. And they preemptively nerfed something to keep that combination from being the new meta. I'm just guessing it's going to be something really good with Clawbringer, because Clawbringer is kind of an island onto itself right now. There's not a lot of really good pairings with Clawbringer. I'm trying to do a companion build, but I have a feeling that in the long run we're going to something's coming, and they nerfed liquid cooling because they have new guns coming out, guys. I mean, I hate it because I can't boss right now for crap with this character. In fact, I might. Oh gosh, I have a feeling that I mean, we're gonna have new weapons, and they need to get you a reason to buy the new DLC. So they're gonna put new weapons in there to make you want to buy it. That's how it is. And if the liquid cooling was still wreaking havoc upon the masses, there would be no reason for you to really want to buy the DLC, because you're doing just fine with the base game stuff. That's exactly how it works in the world of Gearbox. There's our mark, the Obsidian Wyvern. Stop shooting me. That guy can suck it. Shuck it, Trebek. Got him, got him. Where's my... Oh, you are a horse's rear end. Well, thank gosh Mushroom Buddy is there to help me. I was actually kind of against going Spore Warden because I have a Spore Warden character already, but... And I really like the Graveborn class with this, but it just seems to be that they're just... Like I said, there's something I don't know. There's something we don't know yet, and... something's going to drop on Thursday, I think, that's really going to make us go, holy crap. And again, we didn't get any drops from that. Have you noticed that? There was nothing that dropped. My loot luck is 35,000, almost 36,000, and I got nothing. No legendaries, no nothing. So, that's a little weird. And there's just something we don't know. It's day after tomorrow is going to be a day of reckoning, I think, and we don't know what the character class is. I would roll a character if I'm dead serious. If Thursday comes and they say, "Hey, the new character class is a gunner class," I would make a new character right away and start working on that character class.
Finally, that cooldown took ages.
Because that's what's missing from the characters right now is a pure gun damage gunner class. Everything has a gimmick right now, and none of it is guns. You'll see a little buff here to your gun damage. Oh, Father Shane, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate that.
Time for a spell.
So we'll see. Guys, thank you so much. Oh God, what's going on?
Me against the world.
Really
man.
appreciate the subs. I really do. The subs go towards improving the stream. My next thing I'm going to get, it will be an upgraded webcam. So hopefully we'll have some really good pictures or some good video of me, and it'll help me once I start doing YouTube stuff. How you doing, Father Shane? How are things up in the Great White North today? Guys, there's some really talented streamers in my chat right now. Adrian is a really good guy. He helped me out a lot with my Mac, since I stream on a MacBook. And Father Shane is a really good guy. Oh, he's getting a stream deck. Look at him.
Sorry, that was supposed to be a warning shot.
Maybe one day I'll get a stream deck. I haven't decided. I'm still trying to level up my game and get everything else right first. I don't think I would be able to use one properly anyway. I'm just an old man streaming from his couch. I don't have a studio the way that a lot of other folks do. He's licking the carpet. You know, Father Shane. If it were anybody else but you, there would be questions I would ask about what you meant by that. But it's you, so I know you don't mean anything more than what you're saying.
You ain't as bad as you smell.
Like if Grim were to say that, I would go, well, it is 2022, but. Alright, there's a legendary drop. I don't think it's a, doesn't look like it's chaotic, but it is a legendary drop. Let's see what it is. And of course, we are still saving money for our SDU upgrades. I actually did get enough to get a couple of bank upgrades yesterday.
You're an opportunist.
Bank upgrades are really expensive in this game, so I've been saving money for those. And this is a Red Hellion, but it is not chaotic, so I'm going to get rid of it. It will sell well, my friends. It will sell very well in the vending machines. He's legitimately licking the carpet. Is okay. I mean, I get it. Juice is, I know, or when I was a kid, or even as an adult, orange juice is like, woohoo, good stuff. Just hope he's not sucking up the glue or anything that's on the carpet. I just realized my dog is not here. Whiskey, where are you? There you are. Okay. He's 2. Okay, well, that makes sense then. That makes complete sense. Well, not that it needs me to allow it, but I'll allow it. I know when I was a kid with orange juice, I would get really upset when I just realized this is in the wrong spot. Let's move this over here.
To me, my mushroom
There we are.
minion.
Oh, there's Ophi. Hey, Ophi, since you're here, Grim is having a problem with her headset. I asked her to reach out to Funky about it, but I don't know if she will, so Funky might want to reach out to Grim. She's getting an echo in her headset, and she doesn't know what's wrong with it.
Come on, let me show you the way out.
Ah! I'm gonna be in people's chats today, I think, when I'm done. Yesterday I got real busy, and I had to go to Best Buy to pick up Allison a new computer. Ooh, a legendary drop. So I was a little busy yesterday, more busy than I wanted to be. Oh, it's the raccoon. Hi, thank you.
Saved by a
Thanks for coming in, Harv. Appreciate it, guys.
down.
Love you guys.
Back in business.
Ah, come on. Kill that.
You're quite a little killer, aren't you?
She asked me if I had any problems with my Astro headset, and I told her no. But, because I haven't. Crap. Come on, where's my mushroom? There he is. Now that mushroom's ability to heal is really helping me out here. That is armor. Spore Warden Stabomancer, though. I won't keep that. Yeah, I feel kind of bad that like I was in Sugar Cookies. I was in her chat yesterday for a little while, and I didn't get to talk a whole lot because I was busy. And then when I came back, she was done, and it was just nobody. And I have to go cook dinner now, so it's and I actually have to go to the store today too. Now that I think about it, but I will still
Look for the tank.
lurk. But I just got real busy yesterday because basically, to make a long story short, my girlfriend is running her own business now. She started her own business for proofreading, for marketing, and all that. And she has this computer she bought probably 5 years ago. We were sitting in a Giordano's when she bought it. I remember her buying it. And I could get out and run to Google headquarters faster than it would be for her to load anything up on that bloody thing. And she's been griping about it for a while. And I said, why don't we just get you a new computer? I haven't seen you stream, Lucky. I think you're only on the weekends, and I'm very rarely on the weekends. I'm getting better at it, though. Past couple of weekends, I've been busy. But I said, why don't we just get you a new computer? And she said, well, what's going on? Tell me what Best Buy has. Yeah, late night. And I'm not even... late night, I'm sleeping, usually. And
I feel magical.
I went on Best Buy's website. They're having a big sale right now. And we got her a computer, $200 off of a laptop that's oodles better than the one that she's using. It's got twice as much RAM. It's got a 4 times better processor and a solid state hard drive. So hopefully she will really enjoy that, using that, because her old computer is just, oof, it's horrible. So
Rat more bad guys.
we're working at it. And I had to go pick it up yesterday.
That was supposed to be a warning shot. On to the next one.
And the dangest thing happened as well. Spider-Man No Way Home made it into my shopping cart. I don't know how that happened, but when I was at Best Buy, that just happened to jump into my shopping. And geez, when I got up to the counter to pick up the computer and I had that with me, I had to get it. It was already there. I couldn't put it back. So go figure. Yeah, I know. It just appeared there. I don't know how it got there.
Appreciate the assist, number one.
Oh, that's an Eldritch. It did find a way home. Yes, it did. Oh, good lord. I'm getting murdered over here.
Dragon's Might.
What hit me?
Time for a spell.
I'm just getting whips this time. Oh, there's our obsidian dragon. Yeah, we'll see. I still think our 7th character class is going to be something to complement the Clawbringer. There's a reason they did what they did, and it's not because they hate Clawbringers. It's because something is coming.
Finish him off.
Now I might re-roll this character with the new character class. We'll see.
My favourites are the big ones.
I don't see where the obsidian dragon dropped his loot. Oh gosh, it's a mimic. He farted. I'm telling you, they didn't nerf Clawbringer just for the heck of it. There's a puzzle piece we don't know about yet. I don't think Randy Pitchford woke up and put on his velvet smoking jacket and just realized, you know what? F Clawbringers today. I'm just gonna nerf them into oblivion. That's not what he did. Something's coming.
This is a bloody detailed map now that I look at it. How the else do they chart all this?
No, I have. I still can't boss though. I'm not going to be able to do bossing for the next for a little while, I guess, until I get a better weapon or something. Kind of irritating. But we are getting our mythic rank up, so that's good. I want to get mythic. I want to get all the mythic stuff to where we just have the end cap stuff at the end, where I'm just constantly pumping points into that.
Begin.
That's what I want.
You look feisty.
Okay. I have max pistol ammo, so we're good here. And if you're an American football fan, this week is the NFL draft, I believe. This Friday, I think it is, or Thursday or Friday.
Looks like someone's brought blood.
I'm a Steelers fan, so I'm interested to see what the Steelers are going to do, because we just had a Hall of Fame quarterback retire. And rumor has it, we're in the market to draft a quarterback in the first round, depending on who's available. So we'll see what happens. They have the 20th pick. Chances are the quarterback they're going to want will be long gone by then, but we'll see. It's also baseball season, and my beloved, plucky little Pittsburgh Pirates are not doing that poorly this year. They're not doing great, but they're not doing that poorly. I still think we're going to lose 110 games. But that's just simply because we have the third lowest payroll in baseball, and we've made no moves to become any better for today's team. Everything we're doing is for cost-effective reasons for later on. And unfortunately, it's not going to get any better until it comes through that the MLB luxury tax goes towards has to go towards payroll, and that is the biggest problem Major League Baseball has right now. Is basically there's a soft salary cap, and anyone who spends over that salary cap has to pay the luxury tax. And the luxury tax is divided up against the lowest payroll for smaller market teams, which is the way it should be. You know, the Los Angeles Dodgers spend more money than anybody by far. I'm not talking like, oh, they went over a couple $1,000,000. We're talking like they go over tens of millions of dollars on payroll. And so they pay the luxury tax, and the luxury tax goes towards my team, for instance, the Pirates, which is fine. But that money that they make off of that, it should be regulated that they have to spend it on payroll for the baseball team, and they don't do that. They pocket most of it because there's no reason for the Pirates to have a payroll under $40 million. Garrett Cole, the New York Yankees pitcher, makes more money in one season than the entire Pirates team does, and that is a travesty. And until they fix that little loophole that they have in baseball, I'm afraid that we are not going to get anywhere as far as becoming more that there's not going to be as much competitiveness. You're going to have the Dodgers, the Red Sox, the Yankees, the teams that have money, the Mets, the Cubs, those kind of teams are always going to compete. The Cardinals are another good team like that. They're always going to compete for a championship every year. And every once in a while, every couple of years, you'll hear there'll be a Cinderella story, which will be, the plucky little Kansas City Royals are coming up, and here comes the Baltimore Orioles or something like that, and they're all going to do really well. They'll do well 1 or 2 seasons, and everything will be great. And they'll say, see, competitive balancing and luxury tax work. And it's like, no, it doesn't. It doesn't work. But they say the Pirates have like the second or third, maybe the first best farm system in all of baseball right now. So who the heck knows? As a big baseball fan, it just kind of destroys me that the last time my team won the World Series, I was 3 years old. And I didn't know I didn't know a fastball from anything at that point because I was 3 years old. That's the last time my team won the World Series.
All right, then, let's go.
I can say the Steelers have won the Super Bowl when I was an adult. The Pirates won the last time they won the Super Bowl was 1979. So, and it's not looking like that's going to change anytime in the near future.
We've got an easy mark over here.
Because what they'll do, and this is another little trick that they're doing in baseball. See, there used to be these tricks, and they would do, and the Pirates were really good at doing this in the early 2000s. in spring training, they would invite players towards the back end of their career to spring training. And they would pay them the league minimum or just above the league minimum to come in and play. And then right before the trade deadline, they would trade these players for prospects. It happened every season. You know, they would sign Kenny Lofton when he was 41 years old, and they would sign, you know, Derek Bell, and they would sign these guys that were clearly on their way out, but they weren't going to make big money. So the Pirates would bring him in, and then on the trade deadline, oh, well, we could use a bat like Derek Bell. We could use some speed like Kenny Lofton, and then we would trade them away and get a couple of middling prospects for him. That's exactly what we used to do. Now the end thing is to bring a guy up who's really good, sign them to a team-friendly extension, a huge extension, but it's team-friendly, and then like we just did Key Brian Hayes, because he's our best player, and we have him for the next 8 years. We signed him to an 8-year extension. Something dropped. Nope, no legendaries. And then it'll be probably 6 years into that extension, and we're gonna shop him around. We're gonna see what we can get for him, because once that 8 years is up, he's not staying, because we're not gonna be able to pay him. So we did the same thing with Andrew McCutchen. When we brought up Andrew McCutchen, he lit the world on fire, won a frickin' MVP, for crying out loud, National League MVP one year. Took the Pirates to the playoffs a couple of years, which I was real happy about. And then
I'm here, and that means. Wait, what does that mean?
we got about a year or so away from his extension being up, and we traded him to the. Who did we trade him to? I don't even remember who we traded him to, but we traded him away. And we got back prospects for him, yeah. It's not like we're getting crap back, but my point is that back in the day, you could put the baseball's. If you really want to know baseball's biggest problem, it's this. Back in the day, you could put a poster as a kid of your favorite player from your hometown team on the wall. There's Bear. Oh, in Discord, I'll look at it. Let's see.
I feel magical.
Most powerful companion build. Okay, I'll look at that. Because that's what I've been trying to run as a companion build. You could put a poster of them up on your wall. Your Ozzie Smith, your Tony Gwynn, you know, and they would be there. Ozzie Smith and Tony Gwynn played their entire careers with one team. And nowadays, it's not like that. Oh, it just crashed. You see that? That crashed on me. Yes, this is a story-based game. I'm at the end game with it, but it is story-based. What team did Bo Jackson play for on that poster? You're talking football, so it had to be the Raiders, right? Oh, Kansas City. Yeah. Bo Jackson was I don't know if he was the first, but Bo Jackson, guys, was a huge football, baseball player. He played both professionally, both football and baseball. And he was a far better football player than he was a baseball player, but he got hurt in the prime of his career. It was career ending. I remember watching it. It was in the playoffs. I think it was against the Bills. And he got tackled, and it ended his football career. But he ended up becoming a big baseball player as well, and he played for Kansas City, and I know he played for the White Sox for a little bit. I think he played for the White Sox. Seems to be I remember him getting hit and going down in that Bills playoff game, and it was nasty. I mean, it really hurt. It hurt to watch it. But Bo was a very marketable. He's still marketable. He has his own line of like frozen hamburger patties and things like that. He's a great businessman. And but he was Nike had a big contract with him
Wait till he drops.
because he was really the first one to excel a lot in football and baseball.
Tree.
In baseball, though, he was known for his strikeouts because he would always try to hit the ball to Jupiter.
I just say, it's a lifetime of embarrassing yourself. You're
How
welcome.
you doing, Bear? Yeah, it's at that time of night over there for you.
Really makes the eyes warmer.
It's what? Almost midnight over there? In Malaysia? There's a legendary drop. Yeah, you said you have work tomorrow in the group chat. Well, our mark is up. The Obsidian Wyvern is up. Let's see if we can get him down. I really want him to drop that claw armor. Ooh, we have a mythic rank.
Hope you finished
Well,
your bucket list.
it dropped a legendary, but it fell. So I'll have to get it from the lost loot. Ah! I killed myself. I am streaming because it's only
This is a bloody detailed
it's
map now that I look at it.
10:30 in the morning here, Bear.
Do they chart all this?
I just woke up 3 hours ago, so is it a reasonable excuse? Something tells me that's not going to fly with your boss. Just guessing that he won't know who I am. We have a mythic rank, and I just maxed out on Deadeye reload speed, and I have fire rate. We can do magazine size or movement speed or gun handling. I'm going to do magazine size because that's going to be really handy. Well, that magazine size, of course, ups the amount of bullets in your magazine before you have to reload. So the idea is that I want to max all that stuff out, and then I'm going to put everything. I really would like the nose load gun damage, but everything else is so good in these trees. I want to make sure I max everything out before putting everything into that stuff. Who do you miss and love? Daddy Ocean?
Ready to cast.
I love all you guys. And let's go get our lost loot. Y'all,
Come along now, my little Ember.
y'all and your ooh-woos, I tell you. Y'all and your ooh-woos, I don't know about you people. Alright, got that. Okay, there's our legendary. Looks like a sniper rifle. And it's not chaotic. Skeep Prod of the Gatherer. Don't even know what that is. We're gonna get rid of it though, because it's not chaotic. Y'all have a baby on the way? You and Bear? Oh my gosh. Bear Ash is stoked. Stoked means you're excited. You're very excited. It would be scary.
What to say? A lifetime of embarrassing yourself. Well,
Seriously though, are young Ocean, are you having a baby? Seriously.
nicely done.
All joking aside with Bear Ash. Well, congratulations. I'm glad to hear that. In July, wow, right around the corner.
More bad guys. More work.
You know if it's going to be a boy or a girl, or you guys gonna wait and be surprised? There's a legendary drop, but it's not chaotic. It's a girl. All right. I always thought if I ever had a baby, it would be a girl. What are you gonna name her? There's another drop, and it's armor. I think it's legendary armor. Baby pun. That's a Graveborn gun damage. It's not bad.
Every map is a treasure map.
Madison. That's a cool name. That is a cool name. Yeah, I'm a little old to have kids. I don't think I'm ever gonna have any kids. At least according to the boss, I'm never gonna have kids because she doesn't want kids. So we're not gonna have kids. Having dogs is probably gonna be the closest we ever get. I'm a big kid myself, so it's another red hellion. Not even chaotic though. Forget it. It wasn't armor. It was a red hellion. I think that's wonderful though. Y'all are having a kid.
My spell is ready.
Baby ocean. Well, wouldn't a baby ocean be like a pond? Oh, baby pond. Yes. Now I get it. Boy, I'm an idiot. You're so stupid, Enigma. Yeah, I like these games. I wish I could do some bossing, but I can't with the current. Oh, you know what I can do? Let's do this. Let's cheat. Just a tad. Just a tad. We're gonna cheat. First, we're gonna go to our PlayStation settings, and we are going to go offline. Oops. Hate it when that happens. And go to the title screen. Now, basically what has happened is everything should revert back to what it was on the last hotfix. So let's go back to Bright Hoof just to make sure. I will check it out, Lucky. When I am not streaming, I'll look at it and see what I can do. I think it's going to be... Borderland builds are kind of funny. Okay, something's not stirring the crock pot. Because half of it's based off of your skills. The other half is based off of your gear. So let's go ahead and pull out that. Let's do this. I want to make sure that we are completely offline. Yeah, I saw. So we're going to close this down. Okay. When you go offline, the game basically forgets about the hotfixes. And it's like the version that was before. So my liquid cooling should be there. Hopefully. We will see. To be completely, fairly honest. Gearbox. Gearbox software. Back in Bright Hoof. Lucky once you hear me do Arnold's, we'll do the Arnold impression now, and we will go and see what we can do here. Now I do have... Let's see. I want to make sure that I'm able to look at and make sure that we are completely offline. And that way we will not have to worry about doing about the problems with the liquid cooling pistol. This is the pistol that I have here, liquid cooling. They nerfed it. They took my pistol away from me, and now I cannot use it the way that I'd like to use it. And it really makes me mad because I hunted for this pistol. I farmed it, and I really wanted to use it, and now I can't use it the way I want to. Bear, you need to go to sleep. I hope you sleep well, my friend. You get some rest. Do not worry here. I'm sure I will be awake when you get up because we are so on opposite ends of the world. So I will talk to you when you get up. Get some sleep. Sleep is important. Good night, my friend. Thank you for the look. I appreciate it. Once I want to make sure that we are offline, we will see what it says here with the vending machines. Yes, we are offline because there's legendaries in here now, right? And so now we can do Chaos Chamber, and my pistol will do damage against them. This is good news. This is very good news. I can do bossing now. Basically, guys, what happened is I've been griping about it all morning. This pistol was the OP pistol in the game until the hotfix on Thursday. They lowered the damage of this pistol by 30%, so it is no longer the viable option it was for bossing. Now, if I were using a more powerful
Time.
character, I am sure that I would be in really good shape regardless of the pistol. But unfortunately, I've not had that ability to do that, and that's been the no. Let's do the normal run. But we should be in pretty good shape here. So let's see what's going to happen. It's a single beam. All right. And we get the single beam. Single beam. Melee damage it wants us to do. But basically now it's reverted back to where it was before the hotfix. So my gun... Why do you have the house smelling like fish? Have you been fishing, or are you smoking fish or something?
I showed them how to do that.
I should also say it also means that my skills have not been nerfed.
No shame in losing to the best.
There we go. Let's grab our stuff. You're cooking catfish. Okay. Well, you got to fry it, right? Are you frying catfish? Because that's, to me, that's the only way you can make catfish is if you fry it.
Hell, don't you look feisty?
Toothless or trapped hearts. Let's do trapped hearts. You're baking catfish? Okay. I mean, the only way I've had catfish is by frying it, but you know, put a good breading on it and everything. Fried catfish is good. Here in the Midwest, we have a lot of restaurants. Make your own breading. Okay. We have a lot of restaurants that do Friday night fish fries, that if you go out to eat at some of these restaurants, they will have like an all-you-can-eat fish fry for like $10 or $15 or something like that. Where you just go in and say, I want the fish. And they'll keep bringing you fish till they tell you not to eat it until you say you don't want it anymore.
Time here, and that means... Wait, what does that mean?
Kind of feels like my gun damage is, or my ability damage has gone down. No, they wouldn't. You're assuming everybody eats like you. You gotta know Restaurant 101, my friend, and that is don't get into a situation that is unprofitable to you. If everybody ate like you did, yes, but not everybody eats like you, so they won't lose money. Good morning, Amanda. I'm sure you do eat a lot, but that doesn't necessarily mean everybody eats a lot. How are things going on in the beautiful state of Florida today, Amanda? Are you having a good week so far?
Let me show you the way out.
Well, crap.
Take the blue one up.
Oh, that's okay. I always appreciate you being here. And you know how to get a hold of me if you need to. I should see how her new computer is working. I'll ask at lunch. First things first, she has to do her transfer and get all of her stuff installed on it.
Time for a spell.
The 90s? I wish it was in the 90s here.
Oh, you really thought you were gonna win.
I think we're in the 40s today.
What you want? A treat?
Gotta love Chicago. We had snow yesterday, Amanda. Snow! I woke up to take the dog out, and there was snow on the ground. What is cold to you, Lucky? What does that mean? Because cold is subjective. I lived in New Orleans for a while where they thought that 60 degrees was cold. Yeah. Yeah, we had snow. Took the dog out yesterday in the snow. It was like, hey, come on, guys, seriously. Easter was yesterday. You know, Easter was just on Sunday, and we're not. That's supposed to be like the kind of the unofficial beginning of spring, and y'all gonna give us that? What's up with that? $59 is not cold. It got down to 31 last night here. That's cold. Yeah, Amanda is from Chicago, so she's going to tell you that probably not. She grew up about 30 minutes from me.
You know who the real badass is now.
Yeah. Because she lives in Florida.
You disgust.
If it were 60 degrees here right now, I would be as happy as a clam. There's something. We're getting more legendary drops in here. The Blue Cake of Jealousy. But they're not. They're just standard legendaries, though. They're not chaotic. The Reviver. That's probably a reviving spell. That is the truth, Amanda. Right there is exactly what I said and exactly what I meant. 59 is not cold. It's compared to what it is up here, it's warm. Destroy the Dragon Lord statue. Okay. Everything is subjective when it comes to that stuff. And honestly, it's, you know, when Father Shane's from Canada, he probably thinks 40 degrees is warm because he lives up in Canada. So for him, it's even more subjective. He probably thinks 60 degrees is summer weather.
Way to finish him off. begin. That one's mine. Don't touch that loot.
Yeah, I never thought I'd see the day where I thought 60 degrees was warm, but Chicago, 20 years of Chicago will do that to you. Oh gosh.
Found some of the red stuff.
Yeah, we're talking about it. We'll see if it happens or not. A lot of things have to go in motion for us to really end up doing that. But it's all, I think we're both kind of at the point where we're like, we're not going to get... Good night, Bear. I think we're both at the point where we realize that we're not going to be able to get the jobs that we want up here anymore. Everyone always talks about how the job market is so hot right now up here, and it's not. It is if you want entry-level, small-time, small potatoes, crappy jobs. But the good jobs, no, there are no good jobs. It's all crap. No idea. She's talking about Florida right now, but we'll see. Lots of stuff has to happen for us to consider that. But we're just not getting anywhere as far as jobs go. We're just not. Thought you had a drinking buddy, Michelle. Hey, if I've said it a million times on stream. If I were to settle for a crappy job, if I wanted to be a burger flipper at McDonald's, I could have that right now. All I got to do is walk in and just say I'm looking for a job, and they'll probably hand me a hat and say you're hired, because they are all hurting for people. The problem is that your buddy Enigma here has over 10 years of management experience and is extremely highly educated, and those jobs do not grow on trees.
I'm so proud.
So I am not willing to settle for a crap job. I didn't go to college for 6 years plus to get a job that I could have just by walking in the door somewhere. That's not what I want, and I'm not willing to settle for that. And I get, well, I'm probably a lightweight too, Lucky, quite honestly. I've curbed a lot of my drinking, so, and that's not going to change. I only drink once a week. That will not change. I will drink. I still only drink once a week. Even on Saturday, we had company. I do know my worth, but I kind of want to tell these recruiters who call me, because they'll call me. I get calls from recruiters all the time, and I'll say, do I need? Why would I have a master's degree to get a job that I only need a high school diploma for? And they never have an answer for that. And I've had nothing but crap jobs in my life. I've had bad jobs my entire life, and I'm done with bad jobs. I want a good job. I want my next job to be something that I enjoy doing, something that I can really put my best foot forward with. And it's not going to be doing some of this garbage that I get calls for, you know. So it's just not going to happen. And it's the same thing with her. Is that she could, you know, if she wanted, she was higher up on the food chain than I ever was at a company. She was a director of marketing, for crying out loud, and she can't get an interview up here right now. So it's just frustrating in Chicago when they say that there's this huge job market boom, and there's really not. It only is for garbage. It's only for entry level, low skill level stuff.
We've got an easy mark over here.
And it's frustrating. So I think we've gotten to the point, and the reason why we're talking about moving somewhere is because we just don't we don't see a path forward here, job wise. And we could sell the house that we live in. We could get a just as big of a house cheaper somewhere else, pay less taxes,
Stop up over here.
not owe a mortgage payment because we could pay for the house off what we sell this house for. And basically have a better shot at jobs, you know. Alright, so we now are at the boss. And we're going to use this pistol because we can. No, I do not want to become famous. I want to become... Let's get rid of this guy. I want to become... Where are you? Why did it ban? One of these days I'm going to get some mods who show up. One of these days. Alright, we're back here with this guy again. Let's see how this turns out. But yeah, it's just... We're just kind of tired. I think we're just kind of tired of getting strung along. I know I am. Now, I'm a job recruiter's best friend till they find out I don't want to do what they want me to do.
Fine. I'll fight the
Okay,
beast,
they're
but they
coming.
better drop some good loot.
That's right. They better drop some good loot.
Hey, hey, there's my little beast of burden.
Yes, I want to become steady. I don't want to... I don't want to be famous. I just want to be steady, and I want to make a little bit of money while doing this at some point. That would be nice.
But probably we spend. I feel magical.
But yeah, we're just kind of at the point with the whole thing that the job market here is they say it's great, and it's not. It's just really not. I can go on a job board right now and find hundreds of jobs, and they're all crap. There might be one job out of 100 that's actually worth pursuing. And as experienced and as educated as I am, there's a lot of people applying for those jobs. Yeah, I should do that, actually. Because they all say I want to become famous. That's a good idea. Until they change it up and start putting other stuff in there. But yeah. Come on, baby. He's about to go ethereal on us. Once he goes ghosty, then we're... He's ghosty now.
I'm just too damn pretty to die.
Wow. I stood no chance there. Holy crap! Where is he? Up there now?
Awesome. I think that's quite enough out of you.
I appreciate it. And I will definitely look at that. I will definitely add that phrase. Stop dying.
Feeling juicier.
How in the world... They are just killing me. I just keep getting whipped. What is with that? Okay. Luckily, we don't lose any money doing this. Let's go back down here. This guy's a pain in the rear all of a sudden.
With a chance to play.
Oh, really? That's kind of how I feel. I've had to learn all sorts of stuff too. When I first got affiliated, I was like, wow, that's like giving a toddler a shotgun. I had to learn all sorts of stuff. Well, that reminds me, guys. I've had a request to add more channel points rewards. What stuff would you want to see on channel points? I've had people, I mean, do you want more impressions? Do you want to, like, ask me anything? Is there anything out there that would be really fun? What do you guys want to see with channel points?
Sorry, that was supposed to be a warning shot.
Pick my loadout. Why would you want to... I don't want people picking my loadout. That would be bad. I'm having a hard time playing this, picking my own loadout right now. I would die over and over and over. But that's an idea.
Let's go out and burn something down.
I'm gonna go down. Yep, I saw that coming. Trying to get out of his way. I'm trying to get out of his way and I can't. Okay, he's going immune. Run Chaos Chambers 2 or 3 times. I managed to get out of his way that time.
Business.
Alright, he's going up. No, he's not. Not yet. Oh, you are a... Ooh. There we are. There we go. He should be going up now. I think we have him. I'm out of ammo. No! I ran out of ammo. That's a possibility. People use points for me to run chambers with them. Of course, I would want to become really good by that point, and I'm not good. I'm not good yet. Crap! I'm not good enough for that right now, but that's definitely a possibility. Especially now that everything's multi-platform. Uh, 900. When did this guy become so bloody difficult?
How is it? I'm always downwind of you. All part of the plan. Had you worried, didn't I?
Okay, I just have to run like crazy. There's got to be a gimmick to this fight that I don't know about yet. Run chaos chambers. Okay.
Come along now, my little Ember.
If I were as good at this as I was Borderlands 3, I would say yes right away, but I need to get good at this first, and there's still a lot of stuff, and if they're I have to get out of the way quicker. They have to with the way that they keep changing the game, I don't know. I might be good now, you know, and I'm not, but next week they could change it. And it's kind of irritating. Okay. I don't know what hit me, but that's okay. You are really ticking me off.
I was almost done killing you. Why? Concentrate 17th Rose Blossom instead.
All right, Amanda. Well, thank you for the compliment, Lucky. I'm glad you think so. I wish I was better at it. I don't like losing like I am.
Spell, yeah. Get out of here.
This gun is just not that good. I got this one. That's a chaotic quad bow. It's one of the newer weapons. They added 2 new weapons last week, and I got one of them. I'm afraid I wouldn't be that good at helping anybody. That's my problem. Now I'm always afraid I get in the way. Because I don't feel like I'm that good. Is he running at me? Okay, he should be going... Yep, there he goes. Let's try this. Let's put that pistol up there and see how that does here. And the answer is not that good. This is not ending well for me. You think I'm wrong that I'm not that good? Or that I would get in the way? There is something weird going on in this game. And if I'm not able to boss, there's no sense in me doing Chaos Chambers. I like the outfit, though. She's got a killer outfit. Look at that. Trench coat and all that. That's awesome. Love it. I appreciate that, Lucky. I do. I don't feel that way. Because it's... I keep dying, but... I think I'm just going to have to bite the bullet and actually level up another character and do that. Because as it stands, the Clawbringer is just not worth it right now. Until they do something, until Thursday at least, until we see what they're planning on doing. There's just not a lot I can do. Oh, I know I could be better. Oh, come on. You are a giant horse's rear end. In reality, you're a horse's head on a knight's body, but... How about a cuss button? We could do that. Because I don't cuss on stream. People want to hear me cuss on stream. That could be a channel point. Especially if they make it with impressions.
Not for sure I had some bullets.
Oh, you are a... Here, hit this.
All magic out, I'm afraid. Right, the lightning.
Oh, he's immune.
You need a mint.
Yeah. As much fun as that gun is to use, it is not very practical. He's gonna spin at me.
You're quite a little killer, aren't you?
I could cuss his Kermit.
Mess with the best.
One of my favorite things ever to do when I first started doing Sean Connery was cussing as Sean Connery. Because you just don't expect to hear him unless you've seen The Rock. Not the actor, not the wrestler, but the movie. Which is, if you've not seen the movie The Rock with Sean Connery and Nicolas Cage, you are really missing out. That is a fantastic film.
Round two.
And Sean Connery cusses his head off in that, and I love it. But that's a great film. If you've never seen it, it's an older film, so it should be available on Netflix or Hulu or something. Great movie. It's one of those movies that whenever it's on television, if I'm flipping through the channels and there it's on, I feel like I'm compelled. I have to watch it because it's so good. All right. Really? I moved. Not quick enough, apparently. Ah, crap. And I'm offline, so that's not doing me any good to be offline. So we're going to go back online and just continue doing what I was doing. Crap.
Bishop's bollocks, that river's cold.
Yeah,
Nice to have dry boots again.
that was not good. That was not good. Not my best work.
Something tells me this'll come in handy later.
Alright, let's, first of all, let's put this back on. Liquid cooling is just not doing it, guys. So we're going to get rid of the liquid cooling. This is partially full. Let's see what's in here. Yeah, The Rock is a movie about, these former military dudes take over Alcatraz. And they're... Ed Harris is the big bad. At least he starts out as the big bad. That is a god roll. Look at that. Diamond Gauntlets of the Juggernaut's broadside. Graveborn and Spellshot. +5. That's a good thing. But he... That. No. Alright, so let's do this. Let's go ahead and go back online. Because going offline did not help us at all. But this is a great film. Oh, and Nicolas Cage is this FBI guy. He's an FBI agent. And he's basically a scientist. He's a chemical bioterrorist, anti-biochemist engineering, bioterrorism guy. So he's like a nerd, because that's Nicolas Cage. And then Sean Connery is the guy who plays the guy who escaped from Alcatraz, and he's basically James Bond. They don't call him James Bond. I think his name is Mason. And but he's James Bond. If you watch the movie, he's basically playing James Bond, and the banter with him and Cage is really, really good, and it's just a fun film. So if you ever get a chance, if you're flipping through the channels and you see The Rock on TV, give it a watch. You'll really enjoy it. It's a good film. I mean, Ed Harris is freaking fantastic in just about everything that he's in. Nicolas Cage has his Nicolas Cage freakouts, and he's awesome. And then, of course, you have Sean Connery, who's always amazing. So, or always was amazing. Unfortunately, Sean is no longer with us. We lost him last year. So, great film. Action movie all the way. So, but honestly, it's one of those movies that if it's on television, my girlfriend wants to watch it too, and she's a rom-com fanatic. So don't sleep on it. Don't sleep on it. Good movie. I think it's a Michael Bay movie. Now that I think about it, back when Michael Bay was making really good films. I gotta get a new assault rifle. Ah, throw that away. I think I'm gonna go back to Graveborn here. After this run, I'm gonna go back and re-roll it. Go back to Graveborn as my secondary class. Or I'll wait till I watch the video Lucky sent me and see what it says as far as companion damage goes. Because that's what I'm looking for, is companion damage. Because I don't think the Spore Warden class is doing me any favors right now. Outside of the mushroom picking me up, I don't think I'm doing any extra damage. Good gravy.
Hey, I feel better already.
You can put more points in Graveborn. I can't put more points into it, or otherwise I won't have my ability. Well, we'll see. I'll look at it. I'll have to look at it. The Clawbringer capstone is a good capstone, so... I don't. I'm main this. I haven't made a Graveborn main yet, but we'll see. Come on! You are a horse's rear end. Ah. Stop throwing. Got it. Okay. One up, get it? One up mushroom? That's actually pretty good. I'm going to watch the video Lucky sent me and see what it says about the Clawbringer Graveborn. But this is a Clawbringer primary class, but we'll see what it says. The problem with the class is you can't count on the damage done by the companions, because you can't really control them. They just do what they want to do, and that's been my issue from day one with with this choice. I own it. It's my choice that I made. But they don't they kind of do what they want. They target what they want, and that makes it difficult for me to do it. And I can't do enough damage on my own to supplement that. Which is why I liked the freaking liquid cooling so much, because the damage of that gun made it to where I could do that, and now I can't because they took it away from me. They tagged me apart, Lisa. Made me upset. It made me upset.
Come along now, my little Ember.
Come along now. We'll figure it out, guys. Like I said, I think Thursday something is going to drop on Thursday that we just don't know about yet. And I think that's why they're prematurely nerfing things. Guns are... I mean, Gearbox works with guns in these games the way that a free-to-play game works with characters. If you've ever played a free-to-play game like Galaxy of Heroes, I was talking about this yesterday, they really want you to buy the new character when it comes out. You know, they'll do a big reveal of this new character, and it's like, oh my god, that character's awesome. And that character will be, you invest several $100s in getting this character if you want to have the first run of it. And then that character will be unstoppable for a couple of months. And then all of a sudden a new character is going to come around that they want you to buy that is going to have all of the counters to the old character you just purchased. Mike, it's like a business model that works out perfectly that way. And they've been doing that, and it works for them. And the same thing happens with Marvel Strike Force and games just like it. But Gearbox kind of works that way with guns. And that is, with the new DLC coming out on Thursday, they want you, for those of us who don't have the Season Pass, I do have the Season Pass, so I'm going to have it as soon as it becomes available. They want to make sure that they sell it to as many people as they can, and the only way that one of the ways they're going to sell you this DLC is to say, guys, there's going to be better guns. There's going to be guns, look at these guns. These are the weapons that you want, right? And then in 2 or 3 months, they'll do DLC 2, and wouldn't you know it, right before that, they're going to nerf all the guns in DLC 1. And then the DLC 2 weapons will be better, the meta. And that is what they're going to do for all 4 DLCs of Season 1. And then when you get to Season 2, they'll do the same thing. Borderlands 3 did it like crazy. That all the best weapons were in the latest DLCs. And if you go back and look at it now, the best weapons in the game are in the last DLCs, the last 2 DLCs. It's not even close on that. So it's all about getting you to spend more money. There's no doubt about that. That hurt. Like, there's our city and wyvern. There's our mark. But that's what's going to happen. They are going to really focus on getting you to buy that new DLC. So there's going to be a new character class. There's going to be a new set of weapons and all that stuff. New Chaos Chambers stuff. It's just no doubt what they're doing here, guys. And there's a drop.
That's away, you little rock blossom.
Another Red Hellion. Okay. I don't want it. I'm going to sell it. Did it again through my weapon. But yeah, that's how they get you to continue buying the new DLCs. Is they want to continue to get you to play and buy them, and they're just going to keep putting on little better weapons, little better weapons, little better weapons, and then when they get to the end of the line, they'll put the best weapons that they can into the game, get you to spend that last 10, 15 bucks to get the new DLC, and then they'll move on to Borderlands 4 or the Search for Lilith or Wonderlands 2 or whatever they're going to do next. But you've probably heard all you're going to hear out of Gearbox on the Borderlands front for the next 2 years, maybe 3. They're going to focus on Wonderlands for a while, and then it's all going to be from there, whatever they're doing next on the Borderlands front. The thing to remember about Gearbox is they are no longer an independently owned and operated developer. They are now owned by a corporation. And I know Pitchford said this is a great thing for their company, and I'm sure it really is as far as giving them capital to develop better games. But that managing partner is going to make sure that they are producing what matters, and that's money. So you're going to see you're probably going to see the insistence on the new ownership saying, we want you to put out more Borderlands content because that's what people know you for and that's what sells. A lot of people will look at EA and Activision and these other companies who put out the yearly releases and say, well, they're void of they're void of content, they're void of creativity, they're void of this. And yeah, they are. But that's not why they do that. They do that because that's what their shareholders want, is a return on investment. And what's going to be the return on investment? Guys, it's Madden football, it's FIFA soccer, it's Call of Duty, it's games like that. That is what their shareholders want. They're these big corporations, and it's not about, hey, we made this game that's the most revolutionary thing of all time. No one cares. What did it bring as far as monetization goes? What did it bring as far as money goes? And that is why they're continually trying the free-to-play stuff and paid models. Is because they think there's something there that they can farm for money. It's not about how much money that they've made. It's about how much money they could have made. And that is exactly how gaming has with these big publishing corporations are. And that's also why you're seeing a big shift now from AAA development to independent development. And you're seeing far fewer AAA releases than you've seen as 2 generations ago. Xbox 360 and PS3. Guys, there's hundreds of games for those things, you know, and there's, I mean, my Xbox 360 collection is massive. And we're not talking about little crappy releases. We're talking big releases. These were big deals. So, that's how AAA development was, and it was at the time. Now AAA development is really about monetization. Is really about, as Bill Gates wants everyone to do, is games as a service. That's what he really wants. That's what a lot of them really want, is to not sell you a game, but to sell you a service. They want all Netflix now. They want to do the Netflix route. Because that way they will cut out retail completely, for the record. If tomorrow the Netflix model that PlayStation and Xbox and are trying to put forward becomes overwhelmingly popular, you're going to see. I mean, that'll be the end of GameStop. They'll be done. They'll go from how many thousand stores they have left to nothing. There's a claw. Okay, Spore Warden Stabomancer. He's a claw. That's what I'm hunting for. Claws. That's my first claw drop in a day. Plate Mail, the Lightfoot, Spore Warden, another Spore Warden Stabomancer. Okay. I actually have a Spore Warden Stabomancer on the other my Spore Warden character is that. So, come on! Stop throwing the guns. But that's really what they want, is they want to get you to continually pay money. Look at it like this. There's the this is a wrestling thing, so sorry for those of you who aren't wrestling fans. WWE used to do things based off of pay-per-view buys. Every month they would have a pay-per-view, and they would charge 30, 40, 50 bucks, whatever it is, for that pay-per-view, and they would calculate their profitability based off of how many buys for that event got. An event like WrestleMania would do, let's just say, 100,000 buys at 60 bucks a pop. That's a lot of money. They decided several years ago to go the WWE Network route, where they would get people to pay $5 a month, and or it was $10 a month, whatever it was, $9.99, whatever it was. Get people to pay per month, and they would get all the pay-per-views for free. So instead of you going in and going, I can only afford to get WrestleMania this year and to get a couple of other pay-per-views. Instead of that, they would just have people giving $10 a month. Well, if you have 15 million subscribers for $10 a month, that's a lot of money. I better put that in the bank. Gotta put both of those in the bank just because. And that's what the current business models all want, is this Netflix thing where they get you to pay monthly, and it's a small amount. It's not like it's $20 a month. I got in an argument with Sirius Satellite Radio about that, where they wanted to charge me $20 a month for radio, and I told the girl on the phone, are you guys aware that Netflix exists? You know what Netflix charges for per month for video, and you're trying to charge me over 3 times that for radio? That's insane. And so I didn't pay it. But that's the model that they all want now, is the subscription model, where you aren't paying as much. It'll look really good to say, well, I want to play Wonderlands, but I don't have 60, 70 bucks to play Wonderlands, so what do I do? Well, instead of that, how about you just pay $10 a month, and then you can play Wonderlands and Halo and all these games that are out there. That's what they want. That's going to be a thing, and they'll cut out retail, and it will the problem is it's going to probably end up bankrupting some AAA publishers, because if you look at a company like let's just look at Atlas. Okay, Atlas is a Japanese developer / publisher. They make fantastic games. I can't tell you the last time I played a game that they made that was bad. They make great games. They really do. They're Shin Megami Tensei. They do Persona series, which is one of my favorites. They do a lot of really good stuff. If they're not doing one of those kind of games, Persona or Shin Megami Tensei, if they're releasing something new, they're going to have a hard time making their bottom line. Of course, I think they're owned by Sega now, but it's going to be more of a focus on dedicated IPs more so than there is any creativity. That's even more so than it is now. And you're going to you'll see even more people going over to independent development, and you'll see more of a focus. You'll see more of a stretch with dedicated IPs going that route as well. So that's a that's going to be a big deal. And your Ubisoft will still do Assassin's Creed every couple of years and things like that, but that's what it's going to be from those big companies. You're not going to see. I mean, Assassin's Creed, guys. If you want to talk about a series that's relatively young, or in Borderlands, for instance, is another one. You know, Borderlands been around for 10 years, but that's relatively young compared to a lot of other dedicated IPs that are out there. 10 years is nothing. So, but that's a game like Borderlands would not have been greenlit now. They wouldn't greenlight it now to come out. Instead, it would have been an independent game. And it probably wouldn't have gotten the cool artwork that it has, and it probably wouldn't have all the voice acting, and it probably wouldn't have all of the, as many guns, because it would have been a much more truncated experience due to the fact that they wouldn't be able to charge as much for it. More than likely. And then if it would have caught on, which it probably would have because it's a great game, then someone might have picked it up for publishing, a 2K or someone like that, and then you'd see more of a focus on adding stuff to it, making it a bigger and better experience. You are a jerk. Luckily, I killed it. Yeah, I'm going to get rid of the Sport Warden. It's just not doing what I want it to do. But we'll see. But that is the nuts and the bolts of how the gaming industry is right now. Is you've got a lot of companies that are doing the same thing over and over again because that's what their shareholders need them to do for the ROI, return on investment. It's no one cares that you have the best, this game that came out that is so revolutionary and all that. What matters is how much money it made. Otherwise, they lose shareholders, and no one's buying their stock. And then when that happens, their stock goes way down, and they're not worth as much, and they don't have as much money. And if they don't have as much money, they can't make games. They have to lay people off. So that's the way it goes. But we're going to see a change. There's going to be a change, and eventually. But right now, the days of the big AAA publishers releasing 50 games in a year. That's a bit much. 20 games a year, and taking chances on new IPs. Those are gone. That is well in the rearview mirror at this point. I'm not saying I won't return, but are we still? I think they still think we're offline. Switch hitter. That's funny.
Let's go out and burn something down.
But that is that's the gaming industry in a nutshell right now. All your innovation and all your new stuff that's coming out is basically done via independent development on your PlayStation and Xbox Live store and the Nintendo store. Just do yourself a favor. Go just check out latest releases on your console of choice or Steam, and just look at how many of them are independent developed and they have come out in the last, let's just say, 2 weeks. And you're going to see the AAA stuff, the stuff that is recognized, is going to be 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 games, and then you're going to see dozens of independently developed games that have come out recently in the same time period, or a lot more, because they're cheaper to make. They're easier to make, and they don't, and it's just where a lot of developers are going right now because they don't want to work for, or they're not getting hired by EA or anything. And the games are made by small teams or small. Sometimes one person does everything. You know.
Let me show you the way out. Hope you finished your bucket list.
But don't be surprised. That's going to be the way that it is for a while. And the truth is that the big reason why that is because game development has gotten really expensive. You know, we all know what the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X can do. Well, at least what they've done so far. To develop games that can take full advantage of the hardware is not cheap. It takes hundreds of people to get the graphic capabilities alone. You know, graphic artists to get that taken care of, to get that as high as they want, with the best quality is what I'm saying. And then you have to put in music, and then you got to put in, you know, all the bells and whistles, you know, voice acting, and then there's marketing and all that. These games are getting so expensive to make that you're not seeing a lot of them made anymore.
Thanks for the one-up.
And it's not going to change anytime in the near future. Something's going to have to really, really drastically change. And I can tell you what part of it's going to be is graphically, we can't get much better than what we are right now. It's not the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X do not have far and away better graphics, like noticeable differences between on top of the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. They just don't. Yeah, they look better, yeah, but it's not this noticeable night or day difference. If you were around during the when PlayStation 2 and Xbox went to PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360, that was a noticeable difference. And I'm not talking like, hey, yeah, it just looks a little better. No, it was far and away a much better. I will. I'm not in the Graveborn tree right now. I still have my Spore Warden. This was Spore Warden, so I'll have to look at it. Okay, we got that. Got that. Is that purple? Did I see something purple over there? But the upgrade from PS4 to PS5 is not that impressive. In fact, we're getting to the point in the development where it's not going to be about graphics anymore. It's going to be about I think it still thinks I'm offline. Yeah, it does. But I think it's going to get to the point where they're going to eventually it's got to change. But graphically, everything gets cheaper over time. So development on a game like this will get cheaper, and there will not be a big push graphically with when PlayStation 6 comes out, it can't look much better than this. You know, it's not going to be this far and away noticeable, huge freaking difference between the two consoles. It'll probably be faster. It'll probably have, you know, better loading times, and it'll have all the cool little bells and whistles and all that good stuff. But we're not talking like you're going to look at it and go, holy crap, I can see Tiny Tina's nose hairs. No, that's not going to happen. And it's further backed up by the fact that so many games that came out for the PlayStation 4 have upgrades for the PlayStation 5 on day one. Like Borderlands 3 did that. And games like that. They were not, and they didn't look that much better. Yeah, they looked better, but they did not look that much better than the PlayStation 4. They've already announced a VR 2 for the PlayStation 5, haven't they? personally, VR is not my thing. I'm not a, I'm not really, I don't really care, but I believe they've already announced a VR thing. It's just that you're not there. It used to be that whenever a new console came out, when the 360 first came out, I kid you not, they announced it like in May before it came out that Christmas, and we were in awe of the graphics that we saw. It was this awe-inspiring thing, and graphics are what sells a game most of the time. That's when you see something and you're like, "Holy crap, that's awesome!" But that's not going to be the case a lot anymore. It's not going to be, wow, the graphics are so good. That's not going to be what it is. And the music can't get any better because the music's already orchestrated most of the time. It's going to come down to other bells and whistles. It's going to be online capabilities. It's going to be faster load times. It's going to be accessibility. It's going to be controllers. The controllers have cool things about them that they didn't have before, like the DualSense here. Things like that. It's not going to be this. The old business model is just not going to work anymore as far as graphics selling the console. There's our mark.
Mushroom. Can't wait. Never let me live this down.
My God. Down they go. Oh, that's a chaotic drop. Let's see what that is. Unless I kill myself. Which I'm trying to, apparently. Didn't make the noise. That is an infused joint training of strategy, spell shot, and poison damage. Go for the eyes, boo. I don't know what that's in reference to. I'll have to look that up. But that's where we're going as far as game development goes. You're going to see far fewer. This generation's you're going to see far fewer AAA releases, and you're going to see a ton more of the independently developed and released games. And if you want any proof of that in action, just look at the fact that they're making a new Ninja Turtles game, and it's an independent game. A big IP, a huge, not just a big IP, a huge IP like Ninja Turtles is going to be a independently made and released game, and it's going to look and play like the old retro arcade game. That is a big deal. I should probably keep that. It's chaotic. That alone is a big deal. So don't be that to me. That's like far and away like the biggest thing that tells you where gaming is going. If things were still going the way that they were, we would see more of a focus on Ninja Turtles would have gone back to Ubisoft or EA or something like that, and there would be a AAA game in development that looks something like this with all the voice actors in the current TV show and all that, you know, all that stuff. That because that's the other thing, is that they want you to focus on the new stuff rather than the old stuff. And the new Ninja Turtles game is an old game. It's based off of the old TV series that I grew up watching. So that, to me, that's the proof in the pudding when it comes to where game development is going versus where it has been. And you're going to see a lot of that. You're going to see a lot more. Hey, there's a Iron Man game coming out, and it's developed by this guy in his garage, but boy, does it look really good. You know, you're not going to see as much of the Sega buys the rights to Iron Man and for 10 years, and there's going to be all these games coming out. No. Unless, as I was saying yesterday, they don't have to pay for the IP. So Warner Interactive does not have to pay for the rights to use DC characters because Warner owns all the DC characters. So your Batman and your Superman and all that good stuff, they're still going to be big AAA releases, but anyone who has a game development like Warner does.
Looky here, a healing vial.
But who knows? They could sell the rights to the DC characters at some point. I don't think they ever will, but supposedly new ownership of Warner is really cheap, is really about profitability. So if that's the case, they're going to ask Warner to show their work where they make money, and DC will be in that realm as well. This will be our last run, guys, and then we're going to raid out to somebody. I don't know who it's going to be just yet. Give me a, but I wanted to get our next what do you call it? Rank up there. So I will be back tomorrow, and we're going to play more of this. Hopefully we're going to hear some stuff about... Oop, there's our mark. We'll hear some more stuff about what's going on with development of... Ah! Come on, really? We got him. And he did drop something. Let's see. Another Red Hellion. He must be the dedicated drop for the Red Hellion. But yeah, but that's what we're going to see in the future with gaming right now. Until the graphic capabilities become less important or less of a hindrance for independent developers to make, or not independent, yeah, independent developers. Once it becomes cheap enough, that's lightning damage. We'll see a things will balance out. It's the same because hand drawn stuff was really expensive for a long time, and it still kind of is, if depending on what you're getting. But you do see hand drawn graphics these days. Guilty Gear does it. Ninja Turtles does it. So that stuff is going to happen. All right, let's go sell off. And we're going to raid out. Who's active? Who is online and could use 11 viewers. Let's take a look here.
Finally, that cooldown took ages.
Oh. Interesting. There's a lot of people on. Not a lot of people I know really well, though. Let's see. That's the problem, is not everyone I know really well. Let's check out someone who's playing a game. Z Twitch is on playing Valorant, and he's still trying to get affiliated, I think. So let's go ahead and raid him. So I will see everybody tomorrow.